apakah DV yang ingin dikaji, apakah dependent variable yang ingin dikaji, barulah you pergi kepada IVs. Dan di situ you masukkan ada gap apa yang you nak kaji dalam your problem statement, and then the last paragraph you should conclude, okay, the objective of this study is to what? To study about the relationship between the resources, capability, innovation, logistics performance towards competitive advantage of logistic company in Malaysia. There is example. So there is an example of the problem statement. Okay, macam pagi ni. Okay, problem statementnya adalah nak study pasal entrepreneurial success. Okay, kejayaan usahawan. Jadi dia candidate ini, calon ini ingin study pasal kejayaan entrepreneurial success kepada usahawan Melayu. Jadi apakah isunya? Okay, isunya kita kena bentangkan isunya ialah bahawa sekarang Malay entrepreneur not sustain in the market. Eri Nazurin, ya apa khabar? Cik. Cannot sustain in the market. Okay, why? Because they cannot survive. They cannot compete. Okay, so we have to show that there is a declining towards the Malay entrepreneur in Malaysia. Okay, and then why? So we want to study about entrepreneurial success. Okay, so there is from the issue DV, and then we determine what is the entrepreneurial. For example, like this candidate this morning, they want to study entrepreneurial orientation, entrepreneurial self-advocacy, okay, entrepreneurial psychology towards the entrepreneurial success. So itu yang bermaksud sebagai problem statement. Yeah. Jadi saya melihat bahawa thesis yang kita nilai banyakkan ialah problem statement tak jelas kerana tak ada isu sebenarnya. Isu tu mesti, ya, Cik Zainab adalah mak sepupu saya yang berada di Kuala Lumpur, sepupu kepada arwah ayah saya. Okey, yang ingin kita lihat ialah kita mesti faham dianya mesti ada isu. Barulah kajian kita itu memotivasikan kita untuk menamatkan kita punya PhD. Okey, jadi itu berkenaan dengan problem statement, dan selalu kalau kita lihat adalah school of thought mention that your problem statement cannot be more than 2 pages. So I would say that it's it's not necessary to have certain pages, but I would say that you cannot be, the problem statement cannot be long, because people feel, ya, Waalaikumsalam Sulaiman. Okay, bekas pelajar master saya dulu. Okay, jadi normally what the school of thought is about 2 pages of problem statement, 2 pages, not more than that. So you write it very sharp, precise, and ensure that the examiner understand about your problem statement. Dalam bahasa Melayunya, penyataan masalah. Ingat, dia mesti ada isu, dia ada dependent variables, dan dia ada faktor-faktor yang menyebabkan isu dependent variable yang nak kaji, nak menjawab kepada Hi Prof Dr. Saufi. Okay, so itu tentang problem statement. Dan ada yang profesor yang menghubungi saya yang mengatakan dia juga boleh mengajar research methodology. Saya beritahu dia, yes, you can do the same thing like me, because we want to share our knowledge to the students, to the potential students, to the public, but I share with free. Saya tidak mengganggu. I would say that jika anda nak adakan kursus pun boleh juga, teruskanlah. Tetapi ada yang Ahmad Suhairi, pelajar saya dulu, komen because of your lecture here that people say that this is free, so they won't attend my workshop. I would say this is what we call it. For me, the important thing is that I want to share my knowledge, and without this boundary, so I can share anytime. And based on my viewer is currently is now nearly 2,500, so I can save people money, I can save student money using this technology. There is only the purpose of it. It's not to disturb your business at all. Still, student want to go to your workshop, you are most welcome. Okay, kerana ini dapat menjimatkan perbelanjaan mereka. Ada yang bertanya soalan ialah walaupun isu tersebut tahun 2000 tetapi masih belum penyelesaian. So you have to ensure that there is no such solutions to that particular issues, because this is about 2000, now it's 2018. I would see people start to overcome that problems already. So you have to carefully read about it. Either is it the problem of the year 2000 becoming the same current issue for the year 2018? That's why the Azmina asks you at least 5 years. Okay, so you have really read it. And sometimes we thought this is the issue, but actually this is not the issue. So for problem statement, start with the current issue. So the current issue coming from your observation, coming from your readings, coming from your data. The data maybe outside your university, for example. So this is about the issues. So you have to understand the issue and then come up with a very precise, not more than 2 pages. I would suggest not more than 2 pages of problem statement. If you want to write more, put in the previous section under the background. Okay, so different faculty, different requirement. I would share with you only for my faculty and for my school, for example. Okay, that's why we ask you to finish your PhD as soon as possible. Okay, if not, people still continue your thesis, and then before you start the Viva, that solution have been achieved by somebody else. So this is very difficult. Jika anda lambat dalam menyiapkan thesis ini, so dia jadi prolong. Bila dia jadi prolong, maka dia akan menyebabkan bahawa thesis anda tak valid, sebab perkembangan dalam dunia knowledge ini adalah cepat. People cannot deny it. So that's why we ask you to finish 3.5 years, because of the current development. Maybe your thesis is not valid, and people will argue that you are not up to date. Okay, so what is PhD already? PhD is rigorosity in your analysis, rigorosity in research methodology. Okay, and I would say that some mistakes from the candidate for PhD is that they wrote it in their thesis, but somehow they copy it from somebody else. So the examiner will ask you during the Viva, is it your sentence or your words or your writings here? Because the examiner come through already. This is not your statement and not your sentences at all. So you have to be very careful. Okay, sometimes you copy it and you write in your thesis, and then the examiner asks you to explain. For example, you quote many articles. Examiner will ask you, okay, what did this author have done it before? So you really need, because in the academic world we I would say that we are highly integrated. Okay, when you put in your paper, so you have done it, you have read it thoroughly, and you really understand it. I noticed that some candidate, they argue in the Viva, but actually when I read the article given by the candidate, it shows that this is not what the article means. Maksud saya, dia membaca tapi mempunyai kefahaman yang salah. Okay. Erin Nazurin ni macam model kita ni. Dia tanya pasal kalau problem itu supported by statistik, adakah statistik perlu letak? Dalam problem statement tak cukup, tak boleh letak lah. Kalau setakat 2-3 line boleh sebagai permulaan dalam problem statement. Tapi kalau statistik dia bentuk table, better letakkan dalam background study, Erin. So itu yang tak boleh kita jumble up yang the background, letakkan dalam problem statement. Ataupun you need another section to mention about your current development dalam current issue jika terlampau panjang. So dalam problem statement you just letak dalam perenggan yang pertama. Sebab problem statement ni adalah dia memberi kefahaman awal kepada pemeriksa. Okey, berbalik kepada tadi. Pelajar kena baca artikel tersebut dan dia mesti betul-betul fahamkan dan apa yang ditulis. Sebab tu dalam PhD, dalam research thesis, kita minta you run the Turnitin to show that is a very minimum percentage of you have been referred or copy from the other articles. So ini kita dah ada satu